The recipe that I'm going to be working on today, the main element of it is beet. And the reason why beets are important is because, as you know, it's a source of carbohydrates, is a source of a absorbable form of sugar that can be actually commercially obtained. Not only sugar cane will do it, but the beet will do it as well. So it will provide a lot of calories for you. The second good reason for this is that it has a lot of fiber to it. So fiber will enhance the bowel function. And finally, there is something with regard to put it into your mouth as it being braised and basically melting in it, providing the pleasure of the swallowing. So for this particular recipe, I have very simple points, and that is, number one, I have a beet, I have olive oil, I have salt, and I have jalapeno pepper in a powder. What I will do is, after I have cleaned this, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the stem. And basically, I will have the beautiful flesh of it. I will get myself a metal container, and then I will add to this, as my professor of culinary will say, the oil first, not the salt or anything else. And I will bath this on the olive oil, and then I go ahead and put some salt. And finally, I will add to that my pepper. How much pepper is really up to you and to the way your mouth feels like. After I have done this, I will cover this with an aluminum foil, and I will try to make it so that it's pretty tight. And the whole idea out of this situation is that as the vapor form inside of the container, there will be then a vapor-induced braising process to it. So I will go ahead and put this into my oven, which has been previously set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So here we are back from the oven, and this has been braised nicely. So I will go ahead and start working on it. Now, you will question why is that I'm wearing gloves, and actually I will say to you there is nothing wrong with my beets. I mean, that's a beautiful product. The basic reason why I'm doing that is basically because it's going to stain my hands if I just try to do it with bare hands. So I'm going to take a paper towel, simple as that, and you can see the beauty of the product. You can see the olive oil and the uses that has come out of it. So I'm going to pick it up, and I am going to, in essence, open the skin as I go with my towel. And you can see where it is properly cooked, it's going to be so easy to peel that off. And it's going to give you a beautiful shiny appearance to it. And just by touching it, you can feel this delicate and soft texture of it that's going to be so helpful with the swallowing process to it. So here I am. I have my beet that is already peeled and beautifully cooked. And then what I will do to make it look beautiful is that I'm going to layer that out with feta cheese, which enhances the flavor and enhances the consumption of the protein that comes with it. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut these squares for the beauty of it. So I'm going to start by I'm gonna cut a square of the cheese. And these are cutters that the only thing that they are doing is just making it look beautiful, because you can certainly use a knife if you want to. So I have my first part of it, and I'm just going to put it as a base of this. Then I go on and I will use the second cutter, and I'm going to try to obtain a section of my beet. And I have my beautiful square, and I'm going to make it about even to the other one. And now I'm going to place the second part on this. I'm going to get another one of these cutters. You can see the staining process that happens with it. And finally, I'm going to have the top of this. And then, as I want to utilize everything that happens in here, including the beauty of the olive oil, I will go ahead and put some on the base of this. And finally, I'm going to use something purely for decoration purposes. And I will let it have it. And there you are. A beautiful presentation with great deal of enhancement of nutritional value that goes not only into the protein of the cheese, the sugar of the beet, and the flavoring process to it. Excellent for the purposes of getting energy associated with the carbohydrate consumption, as well as health in bowel function. I certainly enjoy doing this. I really do. But I thought about it, and when I did it, so I hope that you enjoyed it as well, and I hope that you really like it, and I hope that you do it, and I hope that indeed your quality of life get enhanced on the basis of this. Thank you very much. This recipe is roasted beet with feta cheese. The main reason for this recipe is the provision of energy that derives from the content of sugar within the beet. Secondary good advances that you make with this is the fact that the texture allows for you to swallow without any difficulties, as well as the fiber in the beet is extremely helpful for a healthy bowel function. So we have basically a good sized beet. We have a jalapeno pepper in powder. We have olive oil, and we have salt. Again, please notice the fact that they are all ingredients that can be found anywhere in a very inexpensive way.